This a story named Queen Kadija, a brave handsome guy named Ballon d'Or who happens to be an hunter that's single and like to try new things to keeps memories. He made his way to the village of Elebe FC, where he saw people with different cultures and tradition, also saw masquerades dancing. Then a beautiful lady came who happened to be Queen Kadija. As a brave and sharp guy, he went to approach Kadija and she smiled, looked at him and said, "I'm waiting for someone named Ajagunbil." Ballon d'Or apologized without knowing Ajagunbale had seen him from far. He walked to Ballon d'Or and pushed him, thinking face. He pushed back and they start fighting, but Ballon d'Or beats Ajagunbil. He got so angry, then left to go and reinforce with his squad. Queen Kadija told Ballon d'Or, "You a brave warrior." Then told him sorry. Ballon d'Or smiled and said thanks. He followed Queen Kadija and asked, "Who is he to you and why is he this arrogant?" She replied, "His name is Ajagunbil. He is a warrior of this kingdom. He is just an admirer." Ballon asked then, "Why has he not met with your father all this while for marriage?" She replied, "Smile, I was trying to find myself in him." Ballon d'Or asked Queen Kadija, "Do you have it in mind to embark on something with a stranger like me? Can you find yourself in me?" She was silent, couldn't answer and was walking. He followed Queen Kadija for a long kilometers walk. Even a strangers noticed him, also an old man named Felatu Baba Ogba walked to Queen Kadija. Never seen such an handsome hero who loves someone and courageous like him. Queen Kadija looked at the old man named Felatu with tears in her eyes and told one of her servants to collect his address and phone number, then ride off with her horse. Ballon d'Or turned back with tears. Pain. The servants asked for the address and phone number. He said, "How can she look or call me when there's no phone or network in the village?" But only gave the servant a chain to give it to Queen Kadija. He also left. On his way walking back home, he saw the Ajagunbil and his warrior men running after him with weapons and spurs. So Ballon d'Or ran as fast out of the village to make his way home. That's how he escaped. But he had a bird named Ekpini when he got home and told his bird Ekpini everything. Ekpini cried cause he has never seen his owner talk to about someone or something this precious. Ekpini decided to go in search for Queen Kadija. Ballon d'Or gave Ekpini a letter to give to the queen. So Ekpini embarked on the journey. Took Ekpini 14 days on this ultimate search, but something happened. If you interested, comment part 2. I will drop part 2 after 500 comments. Finally, Ekpini found the villages. Every day he stay on top of tree and listen to people who will call the name of Queen Kadija or talk anything related to the incident, but he never knew is not every open door is an open door. He heard someone talking about the incident and decided to see who the person was without knowing is the Ajagunbil squad. He entered the door and the door closed. That's how they caught Ekpini and found the later. Ballon d'Or wrote to the queen. They cast a spell on Ekpini and made him swear an oath, promised to give him gold and many treasures with a beautiful bird to marry so they can have kids. Together Ekpini had no choice cause he already took an oath also to become their member. He led them to his owner Ballon d'Or, and they saw him. After enough battles they captured him cause they so many, and took Ballon d'Or. Unaware, he placed a curse on Ekpini that from today go he will never know how to keep a secret, and nobody will ever take him serious no matter his beauty or position amount. Birds, that's why you see parrots. Birds don't keep secrets, and people don't always take their words serious. Even with their position among birds, they can communicate with humans, yet we don't even treasure them or care to have them as pets. We rather buy a dog than parrots today. Let's go back to the story. Then Ballon d'Or escaped and was made his way to a black kingdom and ran into the hand of a king named 30BG Gang and his daughter Melody, and they helped him. He told them all that had happened, but 30BG daughter named Melody, who had a beautiful voice, fell in love with Ballon d'Or. He had no choices because he cannot pay good for evil, and he decided to marry Melody. But Kadija's servant named Zazu, who heard when Ajagunbale captured Ekpini, had run to the palace to tell the king everything. And Queen Kadija, so they sent men and also the warrior of the FC kingdom to go and find Ballon d'Or, which they later found him to the nearby village Ballon d'Or had run to for rescue. That day was the day of Melody getting married. They have no choice than to wage war against 30BG. They fought and set a boundary for each other. Till today the both kingdom are enemy. Drop your comment on this. If what FC King or King David 30BG did is the best decision. Before we continue with our story where VDM came in and Iyabo Ojo also comment, continue.